Okay, hi there, I'm Shawna Karrasch, and I'm back with another question from AskShawna.com. Okay, this question is from Johanna, and she says, do you only use targets in your training, or do you use negative reinforcement as well? I'm trying to teach a horse to bow. I wonder how you do that. I started with asking the horse to pick up one leg, and then I put the target under him. He stretches for it, but then we are stuck. Thank you. Okay, when I'm teaching something like a bow, I only use targets. I have found that when I'm doing stuff that's loose as much as I can, and let me clarify a little bit, negative reinforcement lends itself to traditional horse training. So it is, a lot of people mistake negative reinforcement for punishment. It is not punishment. It just means you're using something that when you remove it from the equation, it has a reinforcing value. So something like, well, our legs, when we ask our horse to go forward. And so we squeeze with our legs. When they move forward, you know, we're under saddle. And as they move forward, we remove that pressure. And that communicates, and they start learning, oh, I don't want to feel that leg pressure. So if I go forward, the leg pressure goes away. Okay, same thing with a bit. When we want them to stop or slow down, we pull on the reins. When they stop or slow down, we soften, we remove the pressure, or they remove the pressure by stopping and slowing down. So this is, again, by the removal of the pressure, they get reinforced, and they think, okay, next time I feel that pressure, if I stop or slow down, pressure goes away. That's traditional horse training, and that's negative reinforcement. So it's not punishment. People get that so confused. If you think about it, it was written by people like mathematicians who are, it's a positive number and a negative number. They're not good and bad numbers. You know, they're just a number that's added to the equation, which has a value, and something that's taken out of the equation, which changes the value. So negative reinforcement is something we use. That's traditional horse training. It's worked great for thousands of years. I use negative reinforcement. I ride with my leg. I ride with my, I ride with reins and a bit, and I ride, I use a halter and lead rope when I'm leading my horses. Sometimes I don't. But anyway, so yes, negative reinforcement is a very effective training tool. And I do use negative reinforcement because what I've done in introducing the positive reinforcement, I'm focusing on that because that's the part that hasn't historically been done. And positive reinforcement is something that the horse holds value in. Not something that we perceive as value, but something that the horse actually is seeking and looking for. So, but when I'm using things like the bow or lay down, or I only use a positive reinforcement. So but you could use either. But I just focus on the positive reinforcement. So where you are with them, you've got a great start. Lifting up the leg, lowering putting the target there. The next thing I would start to do is also watch for the hind end to shift. Because think about, as they go down for the bow, for them to get their chest lower to the ground or their head lower to the ground, they need to rock. They're standing square. They need to rock their hind hips back so that it allows their chest to get lower to the ground. So I would look for that as well. The next thing I would start to do is look for them to anticipate it. So hopefully right off the bat, you just start giving them the cue. Even, whatever you want it to be. I just say bow. And then you put the target in. And then pretty soon what's going to happen, and when they see that signal, they're going to think, where's the target? And as they go down to look for it, I start clicking and reinforcing that so you can fade the target out of the equation. Also, by utilizing something, this gets a little complicated, sounding, but it's not that complicated. By sometimes just clicking and saying, that was good, let's do it again. It's called the intermittent schedule of reinforcement, or variable schedule of reinforcement. And it will actually they'll increase their own criteria when once in a while you don't reinforce with food their approximations. But once in a while, not very often, because you want it to be when they do it good. Sometimes when I reinforce them, I give them several handfuls of food, and then the next time I might just say, ask them again. As they go down, I click and say, that's good, let's try again. And that helps to raise